House when they go boom, we don't feel safe, coming out of our houses.
Calling for change. What neighbors in one Davenport community want to happen after 5 people were shot.
It's a dream come true. It never left my thoughts because the opportunity to tell the story correctly is very much a part of that desire.
And a real crime show, the way an area community is using a hometown murder mystery to bring a cold case back to life.
Live from WQAD, this is News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.
Good morning, welcome. It is Monday, June 8th. I'm Julie Sisk.
And I'm Jonathan Ketz. Thanks for joining us. Well, parts of Iowa and also Illinois saw some strong storms last night.
Yeah, powerful storms caused some damage in Bradley, Illinois, just north of Kewanee. Or Kankakee, that is. The strong wind was so strong that it ripped limbs off of trees and some roofs off of houses as well. In one instance, there was a large tree that was completely uprooted. It crashed onto a home. No one was seriously injured, though. And we saw some video pictures from Oquawka. We saw some damage from the storms that passed through as well. Meteorologist Eric Sorensen standing by with more on our forecast. Eric.
Yeah, things are a lot different now than they were yesterday. Chief Meteorologist James Zahara is here tracking those for you yesterday. So anytime that these are breaking out, we're breaking in to let you know the latest. Stay safe. The heavy rain was down south of Galesburg, 1.5 inches around the Macomb area. So some very, very heavy rainfall down here. You were really the winners on this rainfall as some spots south of Monmouth got more than 2 inches of rain. Now compare that to where we are today. Just a few high, thin cirrus clouds on their way out. We're expecting lots of sunshine today. 62 our current air temperature. The dew point is falling, and that tells us that the drier air is moving in, so it will feel more comfortable. 64 right now, Muscatine, 63 in Wapello. Lots of sunshine. Those clouds on the horizon will move away. Eat lunch outside today, 78 degrees at lunchtime, 84 the high. So we'll be dry today for the most part, dry again for tomorrow. Find out when the thunderstorms return and when we could see 90-degree temperatures. It's all coming up.
All right, thanks, Eric. 5 people are recovering this morning after they were hurt when their jet ski collided with a dock on the Mississippi River. That accident happened near Leach Park in Bettendorf around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. An adult and 4 children were hurt, all of them taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Names are not being released at this time. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources reports that the collision was not alcohol-related. An Iowa teenager died after suffering serious injuries in a car crash in Cedar Rapids Friday night. It happened in the parking lot of a store. Police said the accident reconstruction believed that the 16-year-old girl was hanging onto the back of a moving vehicle when the accident happened. She later died at the hospital.
This morning, Davenport police are looking for suspects after a shooting that sent 5 people to the hospital on Friday. It is a story we first brought you here on Good Morning Quad Cities. Happened shortly after 5 Friday morning near 3rd and Warren west of downtown. That's where police believe the shooting took place. Neighbors say that they are scared to go outside at night because of the violence.
This is going on all the time, it needs to stop, because we live here and this is our home. We don't feel safe, coming out of our houses. A certain time comes, like 5, 6 o'clock, we're inside already.
All 5 people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Well, it's a Friday and will run until Sunday at the Savannah Historical Museum.
Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert will make his first court appearance tomorrow. He is accused of violating bank reporting regulations to pay $3.5 million in hush money to someone for past misconduct against them. Former business associate says that Hastert tried to boost his income around the same time period. That associate told the New York Times that Hastert asked him to find a financial advisor who could arrange an investment with a significant cash payout every single year. A bill that would have expanded Iowa's medical marijuana law failed in the House, and now activists say that they've lost hope in the state's lawmaking process. In April, the Democratic-led Senate passed a bill to expand access and also allow the oil to be produced and distributed in the state. But the Republican-led House failed to agree on the idea when their session ended on Friday. Shannon Peterson suffers from Crohn's disease and says that she needs the drug to treat chronic pain. She says the lawmakers are narrow-minded and have a misconception about the drug's benefits.
Just to get up out of the house and get dressed up and go down there is really hard to do, and to know that it's really emotional. They could have cared less. If it was one of their children or a spouse, what would they do? That's what I want to ask them. What would you do?
Iowa has begun issuing marijuana oil cards, and so far, only 43 people have the cards.
Traffic cameras on Good Morning Quad Cities are sponsored by Ace Muffler Clinic.
It's 6:37 and time for Total Travel. We want to give you a live look and show you the traffic situation on I-74. This camera is in Moline at the Avenue of the Cities overpass. You can see traffic is zipping along out there. No problems to report so far.
Time right now is 6:37 and still ahead here on Good Morning Quad Cities. A so-called teenage Bonnie and Clyde busted. How police say a river helped end a multi-state crime spree. And massive manhunt who is now joining the search to find 2 convicted killers who escaped from a maximum security prison.
We've got a shot at seeing 90-degree temperatures this week, but we get a little bit of a breath of fresh air here this morning. Find out how long the AC will be turned off, and it's never too early to take a look at the weekend.
All right, your time right now is 6:41 on this Monday, and a massive manhunt is underway this morning to find 2 convicted killers. They escaped from a super maximum security prison in upstate New York on Saturday.
Now, U.S. Marshals have joined the search for the 2 men, and we have new details on Good Morning Quad Cities. Police are looking for Richard Matt and David Sweat. They have said to have used power tools to break through concrete walls and steel grates and then escape through a manhole. New York's governor says the men must have had assistance from someone on the outside. He said police are focusing on civilian employees and contractors at the prison as well. A $50,000 reward is now being offered for each prisoner. Police in North Carolina are looking for a woman who went missing on the day she was supposed to give birth. On the morning of her scheduled C-section, 49-year-old Carrie Bradshaw Crowder somehow disappeared. Her daughter says she left to get gas, and when she came back, her mom was gone. The house door was unlocked, the lights were off, and the garage empty. Police checked the surrounding hospitals with no success. Her daughter says Carrie has a medical disorder, and her pregnancy is considered high risk.
She cannot give natural birth, and that's why our family is so worried, is because, you know, if she does go into labor, she won't make it. We are scared. We miss her. We want to know she's okay.
Her daughter says the baby's father has not heard from Carrie either. Police are looking into reports that she was recently spotted in a nearby town.
Police say the Ohio River put an end to a crime spree by 2 teenagers. The 16-year-old boy and 15-year-old girl jumped into the river to escape police in West Virginia. However, once in the river, the teens realized that they couldn't swim across, so they turned back around. Their arrest ended a 6-day spree across 3 states. They are being held in a juvenile detention center on charges of possession of stolen property and damaging property while fleeing police. An Ohio teenager is in stable condition this morning after he was attacked by a bear while he was sleeping. The boy was sleeping in a hammock while camping in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park on Saturday. It's when a bear pulled him to the ground. Now, the bear was scared away by the boy's father, who was sleeping about 10 feet away. The boy was taken to the hospital with cuts on his head. Park rangers say the campers stored all their food and equipment properly. Several trials and campsites remain closed for investigation. Well, this is the second and final day of the G7 summit in Germany. The crisis in Ukraine was the main topic of discussion yesterday. Leaders debated ways to move forward after economic sanctions failed to stop Russia from advancing in the eastern part of the Ukraine. President Barack Obama is also planning to meet privately with 2 allies today. He's expected to talk with France's president about Iran's nuclear weapons program and Iraq's prime minister about the increasing threat from ISIS.
Now, meteorologist Eric Sorensen and Storm Track 8 weather.
We'll also be watching a couple of lightning strikes here. Oh, wait a minute, I just said lightning.
$20.
So I said lightning, and then I said, oh, I said it again.
You just said it again. Man, that's
$30.
Somebody got a 10, he's up to 30.
No.
Yo, in your defense, though, I'd like to point out that you were working a weird shift for us. And so I'm sure you were tired. You haven't slipped up at all. I'm knocking on wood for you.
I
At
have
all
not
on this,
said it once
on this
today.
shift. No.
You better hope that the games don't go to 7 because that's going to just extend
can't do
the
this
possibility
very
of you
long.
having to say
You don't
the
have to
L
work
word.
another night shift for a while, do you, that you know of?
2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'll have to keep word.
That you just heard him say 3 times.
Because of, I don't want to jinx the Chicago Blackhawks. Hopefully I didn't do that already. 3 times in a row in one show.
Maybe that's why they lost on Saturday.
So I vowed when I... What'd you say?
Maybe that's why they lost on Saturdays. Blaming you.
Did they lose on Saturday?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they lost.
Gosh,
So
you really
I'm-
were out of it on Saturday, weren't you?
He was
I'm
just
the one
so
that
in tune to
caused
the
this?
weather on Saturday that he couldn't watch any of the hockey game.
I jinxed them. I feel so terrible.
It's all right, Eric. Hey, game 3's tonight, by the way, folks.
All right, I'm not going to say that word. Take a look. Friday. See, I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah.
Saturday was the day that I said that word. Anyway, on Friday, I was out in Geneseo talking about that word and other weather terms in Geneseo to these kids. I wanted to thank Chris for having me out talking to kids. This is my buddy. I promised I would get him on the 11 o'clock news on Friday, on News 8 at 11. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
you
at
know
the
what?
end.
So do you know what? He's on Good Morning Quad Cities, which is even better. Ha! Right there. Also, this group had a good time, and I promised them at 6:45 here on this Monday morning that I would get them on the air. So every one of these kids knows what to do during severe weather and how to stay safe here this summer. We will get a little comfort the next couple of days. We turn the AC off. The projected heat index is only about 85 degrees today. That's not half bad, right? Wednesday and Thursday, that's when we're going to start to see it getting a little bit more muggy, and we'll start to complain about things, and then you're going to switch this back on, and then you'll be comfortable inside. Showers and thunderstorms were a little fierce in parts of the area yesterday evening. No more until we head into about Thursday, Friday. Saturday's your pick day for the weekend. If you've got outdoor plans, Saturday is the day to spend some time outside. I know my niece Allie's graduating from high school, so we'll be having an outdoor celebration for her. And hey, many graduates, congratulations to all of our graduates across the area here this morning. 62 degrees our temperature now, west wind at 6 miles an hour, very comfortable brand of air. Now down into the upper 50s, the Galena territory now 59 degrees at 63 for Wapello, still holding on to 66 in Muscatine, but the dew points are coming down. Oh, it is very, very nice. This is going to be a great looking day. Perhaps if you've got some time this afternoon, you want to head out to the links. Going to be pretty nice for that. Clear skies across the area. There's an upper level disturbance working with this northwesterly wind, but I wanted to show you the wind flow right now because you can see the origins of our wind coming off the Rockies. It's a very dry air mass. So that's the reason why we're going to be very, very nice for a couple of days. A couple of showers can't be ruled out here, but I think our rain chance, to be honest with you, is about 5 or 10%. That's about it. So 90 to 95% chance that we're going to be dry today. Pretty good odds, right? As we head through tomorrow, no problems at all. This front could mean some thunderstorms for Wisconsin, but it'll fizzle out by the time it gets here. Our forecast for today, a good deal of sunshine, a high temperature of 84 degrees, just an outside shot that we pop a late day shower. For tonight, down to 62, mostly clear skies. We keep the air conditioning off once again. And for tomorrow, wall-to-wall sunshine, still tolerable levels of humidity, and a high of 85. 87 for our midweek time frame. And each one of these days, Wednesday, Thursday, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets up to 90 degrees. That would be the first time so far this season. Thursday's heat and humidity could fuel a thunderstorm, but a better shot comes with a front on Friday. High of 80. 83 Saturday, and then again on Sunday, just an isolated shot at 85 degrees. So all in all, a forecast we can deal with. I think the big keys this week are comfort right now. We'll turn to a little bit more heat and humidity by Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, it is time for a trivia question for this hour. How many different species of animals are at the Smithsonian's National Zoo?
Is it 200, 300, or 400? Give us a call at 309-736-3288. Callers 7, 8, and 9 are eligible to win 4 tickets to Kids Wild Fest, which is next Saturday at Niabi Zoo. And we'll have the answer when we come back. You're watching Good Morning Quad Cities.
It's traffic and weather to close out this hour of Good Morning Quad Cities. The time is 6:53. Start with our top local news.
This morning, one man is recovering after a fire in downtown Cambridge destroyed a building over the weekend. It happened around 1:30 Saturday afternoon. 10 different fire stations were called to the scene. of the building that used to be the old Gamble's store on the 200 block of North Prospect Street. The crews battled the fire for hours, eventually had to do a controlled collapse. The building is a total loss. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
5 people are recovering this morning after they were hurt when their jet ski collided with the dock on the Mississippi River. The accident happened near Leach Park in Bettendorf around 3 yesterday afternoon. An adult and 4 children were hurt. All of them were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Names are not being released at this time. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources reports that the accident was not alcohol-related.
Today, drivers in Moline can expect some lane closures as crews start tearing down several buildings to make way for a new I-74 bridge. That work will begin on 21st Street between 5th and 7th Avenues today. The demolition will clear 7 buildings from the area. Drivers can expect some lane closures on 21st Street. Also, 5th Avenue and 7th Avenue will be closed for several days for sewer repairs there. Work is scheduled to be finished by the end of next month.
Good Monday morning. Coming up next on Good Morning America, a massive manhunt underway for 2 convicted killers. Hundreds of officers searching after the 2 broke out of a maximum security prison over the weekend using power tools. Schools in the area on high alert this morning, and we are live outside the prison for the very latest. All next on GMA.
Traffic cameras on Good Morning Quad Cities are sponsored by Ace Muffler Clinic.
It's 6:55, time for total travel, and we are looking live at I-74 in the Middle Road overpass in Bettendorf. You can see traffic is picking up out there. We're seeing more than at earlier checks, but no problems to report. The sun is shining.
Nice day so far.
Yeah, nice drive.
And time to get an answer to our trivia question right now. For the break, we asked you how many different species of animals are at the Smithsonian's National Zoo.
The answer is 300, and Christine from Galesburg answered correctly and wins 4 tickets to Kids Wild Fest. It's next Saturday at Niabi Zoo.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, we've got our News 8 weather kid of the day. He's from Milan. He is 6 years old. Nick. He has already got a better golf swing at 6 than I do because...
Me too.
Me too.
They kick me off the golf course because every time I hit the ball, I go, hi-ya! And then everybody else, you know, just duffs because of me.
That'd be karate.
Trying too hard, I suppose. 84 degrees, a good deal of sunshine today. Outside shot of a late day shower, can't rule that out, but most areas should be dry. Sunshine tomorrow, 85 degrees, maybe 85 to 90 Wednesday and Thursday. That will kind of come to an end with a front that brings us some showers and thunderstorms as we look in toward Friday. And that should reveal Saturday pretty dry conditions for any outdoor activities. So again, we saw an unidentified light on the I-74 bridge.
Shiny spot.
Yeah, a shiny spot. I posted it on the WQAD Facebook page, so let us know what you think it is. I have an idea. Been thinking about this. I have an idea. I'm going to post it in the comments.
All right, we'll check it out. Thanks for joining us for Good Morning Quad Cities. We're back with our live local updates just ahead.
Online anytime at WQAD.com. We will see you at 11.